From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Purdy going to the air right away. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Now inside the 25. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 75 yards. And the Niners are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5.
Yellow.
Again, it's Pacheco. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Oh, what a move. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 42 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Yellow. Right side.
Running left to give to Pacheco. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Yellow. Right side.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Purdy looking to throw.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
2nd and 10.
The tight end in motion right.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
They'll look to throw again.
Now he's free at the 35.
Touchdown, 49ers. Juwan Jennings, 65 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Extra point try now for Moody.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Niners 14, Chiefs 7.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. I don't need to.
A give right side for Pacheco.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brought down back at the 43-yard
Hey,
line.
57 colors. Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, 57 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Back to throw, Purdy. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford.
Austin Seibert sets the kickoff.
Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Locke to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the fourth down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Let's go now.
The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. That one a first down pickup of 8. Left side, he's got Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. They'll go again with Tracy. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Robinson hauling it in outright. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Wan'Dale Robinson from 6 yards away. And the Giants post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football.
In motion, Slayton.
And that's caught at the 2. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And what a way to cap off the opening touchdown drive. You go for 2 and you get it.
Remember when the PAT or the extra point was a gimme, right? Not plus 99%. It's not that way anymore, so more people are willing to take a chance, go for 2, and take the kicker a little bit out of the game.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're off from Arrowhead. He goes out of bounds on the return. And he steps out of the end zone, so they'll get it at the 30 on the touchback. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 32, escapes the sack. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with Sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Hey, Silver.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Into the 2nd level past the 30. And he has this all the way down to the 23. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And they bring him to a stop, but this run gets him into the red zone down to the 15. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
A gain of 17 yards.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. He's contained at the line for no gain. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. 7-0 is our score. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down.
Yellow.
It's Pacheco again. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Josh Sweat making the stop. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Yellow. Hey, 43. Hey, yellow. Hey, go gun.
3rd down. It's Mahomes. That's caught for the 1st. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelce. He's out in the clear. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, Britton Covey. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here's 2nd and 7. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. It's the Eagles. With it, 1st and 10. Here's Saquon. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 15. That's incomplete left side. Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And that brings up 4th and long.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4.
63.
On 4th down, Hurts. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Yellow. Come back. Yellow.
First down throw, Mahomes. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 28. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10.
Right.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles finally see the return stopped. They're going to take over following the interception at the 45-yard line.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigated on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Running right, it's Barkley. And he works this to the 38 before going.